So concerned with ourselves, with our success, with our miseries and turmoil of one's own limited life, the sorrow, the pain, the anxiety, the various forms of reactions arise from our prejudices, our bias, our tendencies. All this does condemn the brain. And so we never have the awareness of the whole of life, the whole of existence. It is vast, immeasurable, tremendously potent. And if we could together this morning go easy and desolate into our own quality of our life, if you will, into the nature of our behavior, into the whole process of our thought, if we could inquire together into all this, and not only inquire, but through the inquiry apply. Inquiry by itself has very little meaning. Inquiring into ourselves, into our environment, into the state of the world. Mere inquiry, either intellectual or the inquiry of curiosity, of information and so on, has very little effect on our lives. Inquire into ourselves, into the way of our thinking. Why we think this way? Why human beings have lived on this beautiful earth for so many millennia are still what we are, unhappy, bored, ready to kill each other, conclusions. If we could go together into all this, and in the process of growing together on this path, on this road which has no end and no beginning, then perhaps our meeting here would be worthwhile. But merely listen year after year, read, multiply, has very little meaning. It's a waste of time and energy. So could we, this morning, be serious enough for at least an hour to look at this whole world in which we live, the world in which we have to live, the society is the result of our own complex life. You are conditioned by health, by environment, by our culture, by nationalism, and so on. Unless we break through all this conditioning, we will go on what have been going on for thousands of years. And so violence will go on, corruption, each one seeking his own fulfillment and pursuing his own ambitions, isolated. Where there is isolation, there must be conflict. So this morning, going to all this. One is asking this seriously, because you have taken the trouble to come here. Talking about the ideas, the expressions, the reactions, but go into the tremendous energy, vitality. To break down this conditioning. So the brain has an immense capacity. It has the capacity now, extraordinary capacity in the technological world. The computer, biological chemistry, genetic engineering, in various forms, from the outside to affect the brain. Scientists of various disciplines are trying such change has been from the outside, and I hope you understand that. They are trying genetic engineering to change the very genes themselves. So the human being is something entirely different. And the computer is taking over. Perhaps a great deal of our activity, again from the outside. The communists have done that. To control, change the environment, hoping man is the game. Through discipline, obedience, and they have not succeeded. On the contrary, they are creating great misery in the world. So, we are asking the most fundamental question, whether it's possible to be affected from the outside. I hope we understand when I use the word outside. Whether the outside God, music, art, or the external laws that are established by governments, and so on. All these outside agents in various forms and disciplines are trying to force man to conform, to bring about a radical change in their behavior. Man will live without wars and so on. And also on the other side, they are preparing for wars. Every government throughout the world is armed, ready to kill and be killed. So this is going on all the time around us. I'm sure most of us are aware of all this. We are asking a totally different question. Religions have tried to change man, bring him down through fear, heaven and hell, all the rest of it. And they have not either succeeded. These are all facts. It's not speaker's imagination or bias. This is what's going on in the world around us, affecting through propaganda, through various forms of chemical engineering and so on, to force man. And they have never succeeded. And they will never succeed. Because the psyche is far too strong, extraordinarily capable. So we are asking you and these people are asking. I'm not asking you. We are asking this question. Since all outside influences, including the idea of God and ideologies, various forms of historical, dialectical conclusions have not taken place, whether it's possible for human beings to change radically, fundamentally, without the external influence at all. You understand? Gurus throughout the world have not succeeded. They are all conscious and seeking money that can be put aside completely. They're not important. But what is important and essential is what will make each one of us intellectual, whether we are scientists, whether we are artists, or various forms of activities, whether we are capable fundamentally to bring about it from the brain cells themselves. We were talking the other day in New York to some scientists. After great discussion, last 2 hours nearly, I asked him, what is it that will bring about a mutation in the very brain cells themselves? Not from the outside. Genetic engineering, biochemistry, for all that. What will change the brain cells themselves, which have been conditioned for thousands of years I hope you are putting this question to yourself. What would be your answer if you are serious and earnest and passionate? What would be your answer? You have thought a great deal about all this. Either you would say it's not possible, and so close the door for your further inquiry, or you would say, I really don't know. Is it possible? Right? We are in that position. We're not closing the door by saying it is not possible. It's impossible. How can man, who has been so conditioned for thousands and thousands of years, through vast knowledge experience, how can that brain transform itself? It's not possible. If you are serious and answer that way, it's not possible, then you have closed completely the avenue of inquiry. But if we are inquiring into it, that is whether the brain, which has such extraordinary capacity in one direction, and so utterly limited, circumscribed, conditioned, programmed to be a Catholic Protestant, to be a British, French and English, all the rest of it. Whether that brain can be totally free to do what you like. We're all doing that anyhow. Pursue your own pleasures, our own solitary ambitions. Our own salvation, if you are at all religiously minded. Our own isolated pleasures and illusions. That we do that every day of our life. That's a common occurrence for all humanity. Pursuing their own isolated, solitary illusions, stimulations, aspirations and ideologies. And that's what they call freedom. Surely that's not freedom. Freedom requires a great deal of discipline. Please understand what we mean by that word. We'll go into it in a minute. Freedom implies great humility. Humility, innate inward discipline, and hope. We'll go into those three. Most of us are so arrogant. Because we rely so much on our knowledge. We are certain. Our beliefs, our conclusions, our desires are so strong that we have lost all sense of deep, natural humility. again is a fact. How strong when a Frenchman says I'm a Frenchman, or when you say I'm British. I don't know if you have noticed, God-given race. And everyone feels this in every country. The other day, an Indian was talking to us. He said, we have the greatest culture in the world. We are the most highly civilized people. I said, yes. You are corrupt. You are superstitious. Your beliefs have no value at all. Your ideals, your religion, just a scrap of words. He said, no, but we are still the highest culture. I said, all right. No, please don't laugh. This applies to you too. So, when we identify ourselves with a country, with certain ideologies, with conclusions, concepts, then we are incapable of being humble. Because then only when you are inquiring in humility, you learn, you find out. And humility is necessary. And you see things as they are around you and in yourself. And discipline is constant watching your own reactions, continual observation, seeing what the source of your thought is, why you react certain ways, what your biases are, your prejudices, your hurts and so on. Constant watching brings its own natural discipline, order. That's what we mean by discipline. Not conformity, not following a certain pattern, either established by society or by yourself, but the eternal watching of the world and of yourself. Then you see there is no difference between the world and yourself. That brings about naturally a sense of order.